grow the plants. So magic, imago, image. We were, in my evil youth, we were concerned with the image and what it would give us.
Like from a little higher.
Microphone higher.
That's to do it.
There we go.
The image, and what it would give us. I was thinking when I saw David again the other day and learned that there was some issue of magic here and the occult. I thought I should say what little I know about it, just to start off, and maybe to irritate David. Just good to irritate people. You are the secret doctrine. That's what I wanted to say. Your body is the secret doctrine. Your body is the only scripture you need. We Americans do weird things with the body. We tan it, we bleach it, depending on the color we style with. We exercise it, we make it fat, we make it thin, we change it, we bother it, but we don't listen to it. Quasha here is a poet who has written an interesting and provoking essay on healing and poetics and their interaction. Someone who listens to the body with his fingers, someone we have to learn to listen to the body with our minds, with our words, our vocabulary. I think that's the essence of what I understand as magic. Listening to the very body you inhabit, and that inhabits you. Not the dragons of antiquity, but the lungs of the moment. The dragons are in us, of course. The Chinese are very clear about that. When you read Chinese alchemy, you're in there. You're the copper pot and the triple broiler and the horrible conceptions of beasts within us. Well, we know about the beasts within us, the probiotics we take to help them along, the good beasts. Anyway, I wanted to say that just because so much of the writing you just heard from Thomas, and that you're going to hear from me, is about the body. And the body is not an object of, oh, there she is on gravel. No, it might be that too, but the body is our treasure chest. The body is our scripture, our Kabbalah, our Chumash, our everything. It's all there if we listen, because it is our relationship with the other. My relationship with each of you is based on our physical presence. And those things, I find, feed my work. Speaking of bodies, I spent a lot of last year sick and sort of out of it. And just before I got sick, I had written a longish poem called Inside In, like Inside Out, but I wanted what the opposite of Inside Out would be. Inside Out. And a few days ago, I discovered it again. I hardly knew what it was that I had written. So I want to get to know a little bit of it. I want to read a few sections to you to start out with. Spectacles. Eyeglasses. Signs of weakness, signs of woe. Close the door, then close the door. The air outside is good for you. And things are singing out there, remarkably, like your heart. Poor birdie. So close the door, then close the door. Or be the feast you famine for, all while you are like empty notebooks, white. All black you are, like urgent ink, trying to spell one more Bible into us. Something we hunger for. Something maybe the music can finally hear. Engulf me, I want it, who can say why? Back seats of sedans and other makeshift paradises. We are that Persian garden still, with Omar, Solomon, Lilith and her appetites, to which I seem to have assented when out of the silent crowd a voice writhed towards me. Primula, wait for it, and bloodroot, and those fleshy petals of the I can't remember growing on the dirt ridge above the peltering stream. That's enough of inside Ear, which are explorations of images. So I'll read a little bit from Calls. Calls, which is a fat, long poem, is the fifth long poem in a cycle which I call, just conversationally, the island cycle, because most of it, almost all of it was begun and most of it written on a small island where we spend summers on sometimes. That sounds very posh, doesn't it? On those islands. It isn't that kind of island. No food on it to speak of. Anyway, here's some sections of this. I want to read a few sections in a row because sequence is important. I don't want to pick out this one and that one and this one and that. I just want to read a few in a row so you get a sense of how it passes. Am I hearing you correctly? Yes. Are you hearing?
Yes.
Between sound and light, why didn't I take physics as a child? I never studied it. I would be better armed now. A humming sound like someone leaving, windless, the trees perfectly still, out of control. Aren't you afraid to touch old things? Won't they tinge your present with where they have been? Countless failures of the human hands that touch this old thing? Or is every touch a triumph of someone speaking still? These things make you think, thoughts long in them stored. Storied? Blackbird on the hill. A rock fell from the murdered migrant's hand. Doesn't anyone remember? It's all a fugue, and everything has to come, again and again, through all the doors. Look out all the windows, sleep in all the beds, hide in the cellar, and run out over and over, because that is the nature of nature. The minute you let it in, turn into the oldest music. There was no music before Bach, or maybe Bieber, just people being beautiful out loud. Then something happened, and beauty lasted longer than itself, and gave us to think. There are not many roads to silence, and music is the softest of them, though the longest, with pretty girls and boys along the way, fangless wolves, and paper forests, a pirate ship in every tub, and no more war. I touched my hand and wondered who it was. I don't have to know all the names, but they all are blessing us at once. What else is a name for? I have no hero, only her. She walks through her story as she walks through me, because I have no story, just to be here now. And then, if you let me face you, which side of the page am I on? The original or the translation? Linden flowers deprivate the bees. Or is it twilight on the Hellespont, already, speaking of seas, held close in the earthen arms of... It really is Poseidon owns the land and the sea, Zeus the air, Hades the unseen, which brings us back to the smell of flowers. Some I listened to, some floated off on the canal, out past Santa Maria into the narrow sea, perplexed with islands. Remember me on the white steps, waving to no one in particular, a pigeon walking through my shadow. And I dared to call that love, as if grapes were ripe already on the vine, and I plucked one, just one, and gave it to you. Tamas rightly observed that I have a custom. He was kind and didn't call it what it really is, which is a superstition. You know, I'm Irish, so we have them. The Jews have Kabbalah, Irish have superstitions. That's the best we can do. The Germans have an army. Yes, so we need things differently. So he was correct that I have a superstition that I have to read the most recent poem at a reading. And I have to end the reading with it. As it happens, this one I wrote this morning, and it's longish, so please forgive it. You know, when you see somebody trembling with fear because a black cat walked in front of him, you calm him down. So calm me down by letting me indulge my superstition. It's called Glad Tree. Gladly tree, and after lilac, see the name I know. I'd play also genetic info by you into so many too. He is my sister ever after. Limestone made me. And you? So far from mercy, we lived till lately. Now our tongues tell a beaver story. Build and be generous. Use the water that flows by. Of course, it's a game. What else do we do? Scholars skateboard down the chute of fury, half-pipe hopefuls lost in the sky. But all that's okay, as long as we give. Give what you've got. How else will you ever get more? Through the transom in old hotel rooms, you hear the lovers quarrel about weather. You smile. This hotel suits you too. Love is a quarrel with a pink result. We're all the same, color and sound. You see the problem. You're somewhere and I'm someone else. Our pronouns estrange us. I am no vegan, but I dread this meat. So all the things So of all things, speed is best. Scheele points out in his sheer essay from Redonda 500,000 years ago, the fast sperm achieves the ovum. First starts the process anew. And we beasts are born early, years before we can walk or talk. Why do we suppose we are? When you hold the cloth up, some air and light comes through, even wool, enough to breathe your bones, fish, your shallows, mine garnets from your rock. That is why we're always naked, can't help it. Everything sees us in its own way. Barbarossa was a bad guy. He ruled over millions. Baba Blur was even worse. He hurt his wives. Virtue is easy to assess. Others have it, I have less. The word meant once being masculine, a hero, male. No wonder we ride the subways to our trysts, dreading the patriarchal overcast they call civic identity, or the sky. Can you imagine saying all this to a human audience on the borders of night? Supper after song. Appetite is sheer contradiction. So out of the marsh I came, and others from the swamp, bayou, seashore, lake. What on earth do we think we're doing here on dry land? Is this some weird prank, a trick our forebears played? How can we live away from water? It's worse than being thirsty. Where will I build my dam? How will I see our God the sun stepping towards me over her ocean? Inland is hell. Indiana, discover your river, at least, great wing of the sea. This poem, really short breath of mornings, briefing after dreamless, inner formation. Short lines tell fewer lies. So it comes to truth at last, the only subject of all discourse. The glory gives us that we meet and we carry on. The truth is always at your back, nudging you forward to somebody else, just standing there. Good enough. Thank you. The plants. So magic, imago, image. We were in my evil youth. We were concerned with the image and what it would give us.
Like from a little higher.
I go from high.
Well, has to do it.
There we go.
The image, and what it would give us. I was thinking when I saw David again the other day and learned that there was some issue of magic here and the occult. I thought I should say, what